Shall we begin? Let's begin now.
Aloha Virgo, this is Stephanie with the Whispering Dragonfly coming to you with your spirit messages for the year of 2022. So this is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. Before we get started, please do like, share, subscribe, hit the bell button. All of those things help my channel to grow and expand. As well as if you would like to work with me directly, either through a reading or a private one-to-one mentorship, those are open now. How you would contact me about that is just email me, thewhisperingdragonfly@gmail.com. We'll do a free phone consultation and see which service works best for you, so that we can assist you to get your dreams, goals, and outcomes in an efficient fashion, and that way you can live happy and thriving. We want that for 2022, so loving that. Any other announcements? No. Okay. So let's get started. We're going to take some Hawaiian salt here. That clears your energy, gives you your minerals. Virgo, this is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. We are going to go really in depth here. So we're going to look at your whole year. We'll look at your archetype and your spiritual energies, a general overview. We'll do a general overview quarterly, and then we'll switch to love at the end to give a general love energy quarterly as well, and get a few more messages from spirit. So buckle in. Let's see about 2022. So in general, before we even get started, the collective energies of 2022 is yields down to a number 6. 6 is the number of power. It's the number of high magic. In geometry, it is the Star of David, okay? As above, so below. The 6 is love, harmony, okay? So the major themes this year is coming into harmony with self and in our relationships, coming into power with self, how we show ourselves in the world, and in how we relate to others, and how we allow them to relate to us. This is getting into vibrational alignment. Many of you on a spiritual side of things, the 6 is essentially the number of the Merkaba. So this is spiritual and astral travel. This is learning how to be in your power, not just in this dimension, but in all of the other dimensions that you may visit on your travels, okay? So there's general energies. Beginning the year in January, we are in Venus retrograde. That started December 19th. We'll go through January 29th. Venus retrograde is in Capricorn this time, okay? So when Venus goes retrograde, it sort of takes its energy out and it allows a time for reflection. Venus looks over relationships, somewhat finances, looks over how we relate to one another, love relationships, who we think we should marry, not necessarily what's best for us, but who we think we should marry. Okay, Juno more so looks over what is the actual compatible couple. So Venus is retrograde this time. So you're reevaluating at the beginning of your cycle here of 2022 of how you want to relate to others, how you want to relate to yourself. What are your relationships in love? What are your relationships? How do you relate to money, to luxury? How do you relate to beauty, art? Okay, and how would you like to? Who would you like to become? I feel like I got something. Maybe I did. So essentially, there's a big focus of that in the beginning of the year that's going to carry through to the end of the year. I don't know what is going on with my right ear. Okay, we have the wisdom keepers that we are starting off with. So we're going to get a general archetype for Virgo. Okay, well, we got 2, so you guys are overachievers. Let's see. Cool. We have style. And we have revolution. Oh, how beautiful. Virgo, this is great. We have style. So a general energy and a theme for you is you may be changing your style. And style is many different things. So I feel like because there's also this revolution, you guys are having a revolutionary energy that is surrounding you in 2022. So your style physically may change. I feel like, when you get a new personality, you change your personal reality. So all the work you've been doing, Virgo, I've been reading for you for a while. Y'all have been going through major spiritual transformation, at least those that listen to my messages. So it feels like you're finally being able to change up your style, to revolutionize the way that you work, your health. Some of you may be going through a beautiful physical transformation. So if you've been carrying too much weight or not enough, like it feels like harmony is coming to you. So this is balancing your equilibrium. This is balancing, they're saying hormones. So I feel like you're revolutionizing the way that you show up in the world, okay? How you do business, how you love, your style is changing. I feel like many of you, the way that you communicate is changing. So your style is different. Feels to me much more softer, gentler, more open. The edges are softer. Where Virgo, you're very practical and rather loving, but there is a precision or a perfectionism about you. Typically, I feel like you're softening your edges and allowing the flow to happen. You're revolutionizing the way that you show up in the world, and that is absolutely incredible because it feels like such a beautiful and welcomed shift in transition. So I'm loving that. We're also going to get a Starseeds Oracle to see what your spiritual energies are, the general theme for the year 2022 for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising. The numbers on here, we have an 8, so that's the self under style, so number 8. We have 49 as well. That yields down to a 4, which is foundation. So you're revolutionizing your foundation. The animals present here, we have snail. We have beautiful shells. We have dragonflies and bees. So those all may be, dragonflies definitely revolutionize your life. They take you through the illusion and into your spiritual grace. We have bees. We cannot live without them. So your productivity is changing. We have the snails. It's coming through slowing down, allowing yourself to have your house and home be protective of you. They're also showing me like snails eat herbs and a veggie diet. Okay, so some of you may be transitioning your diet to plant-based. Whatever works for your body is correct. It's just a message for some of you. All right, let's see. Spiritual energies. We have loosen your grip. Coping mechanisms, density, addiction, let God in. Okay, so, ooh. And my left ear, which is receiving, just clogged up when we were talking about that. Oh. Excuse me. Okay. So we have a little bit of objection to let go or loosen the grip. But it's happening. I just had a lot release from my left side. Specifically from the sinuses. So for some of you may have been holding a lot of energy in your upper 2 chakras. And now this is loosening the grip, which is what I was saying, your style. You're softening the edges. Excuse me. That was very, ooh. Okay. So you're clearing, Virgo. You're loosening your grip. You're allowing yourself to receive and to hear differently. Even if you don't agree, you're allowing yourself to hear and listen. And then you take the information with a grain of salt. If it's a better program, your body and your mind will assimilate that. And this is definitely a time to let God in, or source, or whatever your word for that is. So you've been going through these spiritual changes, but I feel like, Virgo, you've still been trying to hold on to control. You've still been trying to make it happen in business, your health. There's a twinge of like melancholy that's happening. And this particular year of 2022, you're letting that go. I feel like you're finally surrendering and saying, you know what, I don't need to do these things or behave this way in order to be loved. I don't need to do these things or behave this way or control every last detail in order to be successful. And so you're allowing yourself to loosen up those grips. You're allowing yourself to release those coping mechanisms, which at first is a little bit interesting. You know, it's like you get used to doing a certain pattern. But I was journaling the other day, and this seems prevalent for you guys as well, is that the strategies and mechanisms that worked during survival no longer work for thrival or thriving. And so you guys are moving into thriving. You're moving into allowing yourself to loosen that grip and let in and receive the light, the God source, okay? And that's different than what we do to survive, okay? So you guys are learning how to thrive. All right, so we're gonna look quarterly, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Beautiful. And I'm gonna go ahead and pull the tarot cards as well, just for these quarters. Looks beautiful. Okay. Nope. Okay. Nice. Great. All right, first quarter here we have community. And that's with the Four of Coins. Now it did show up in reverse, but Spirit was asking me to do these in the upright. But I feel like in general, you have new community coming in. I feel like for many of you, it could be because of just the energies or the pandemic or what have you. You've been in isolation. And I feel like there's a new community that fits you that's coming in. This is a community of friends, soul tribe, loved ones. This is the number of 7. 7 is the psychic, the seer of truth. So this is people who are going to understand you. Some of you may be moving into or getting an opportunity for business through your community, through your friendships, your network. But at this first quarter of the year, it's going to be really essential to network. And while Four of Coins can be the stability card, like you guys have been very good about your monies in general, but this also has to do with energy. Sometimes this is the miser of the deck. So what they're asking you, because it first came up reversed, they're asking you to release that hermetism, okay, which you are the card of the hermit, so that is your natural way to go introspective. But now this first quarter of the year, they're asking you to network. They're asking you to let your energy be seen, felt, allow yourself to feel in those energies. And I'm like, my right leg, I'm like rubbing my right leg right now, which is kinesthetic. So they're saying, allow yourself to feel, okay? Allow yourself to, allow yourself to be in partnership with self and with your community. Now they're showing me this is the sun in Capricorn. Okay, so this first part of the year, we're going to be in the sun in Capricorn. Okay, so what they're showing with that is allow yourself to be industrious, but how you do it that's what you're changing, and how your style is changing. So where you would normally go by yourself to do things, you're very self-sufficient. I feel like now you're going to be entering into a community, and this community understands you. So whether this is a business, I feel like it's like multifold. I feel like this first part of the year, you've got business that is changing, your ideas are changing, who you partner with in business, or even some of you, like it's the first part of the year, so you might be doing new exercise routines. So that might be a community that you enter into. I feel like new hobbies are coming in. but they're wanting you to build a foundation of the new, okay? And that foundation is allowing yourself to give and receive energy in a really beautiful way. Second quarter, we have the first chakra, and that's Archangel Michael. Okay, so you have root chakra energy that is balancing. It's a 35, which equals an 8. The 8 is the self, abundance. And you have the Two of Wands, which is a decision, crossroads, new energy coming in. Are you going to take the blue pill or the red pill? Okay. This is you choosing to release yourself out of the matrix, so release yourself out of that which binds you. You're choosing to build that new foundation. Second quarter, you're saying, okay, how you're focusing on your roots, your stability. You're loosening your grip and allowing your style to be different. You're revolutionizing your foundation at this time. And this is, what is that? I think that's Mars in Aries. Okay, so how you... your choices, how you communicate, how you, instead of going to war, you're choosing to have new roots, okay? Some of you in career may be changing jobs at this time. You're going to do what's best for yourself, and I feel like that is going to yield such beautiful results moving forward, because we have in the third quarter, we have door to romance. So now this is the general part of the reading, but it showed up in this way. So a large part of your third quarter is going to have to do with romance. And we have the Six of Wands, which is recognition. Okay, and romance can be romancing yourself or allowing yourself to be gifted and loved and like seeing things through a romantic lens, even in your career side of things. So many of you in this third quarter are going to be recognized for the work that you do. You're going to have victory. There's going to be victory in love and romance. The door is opening for you. Some of you might meet this person. We'll look at further into love in just a moment. But you might meet this person in this new community and network that you start to build at the beginning of the year. And this is going to open the door to you being recognized. So third quarter, this is a 33. That's a master number. Yields a 6. What do we say about 6? It's power, love, harmony, romance, okay? And it's both parties sealed, secured, moving together. So this is beautiful recognition. I love this. You have worked on your light. You've loosened your grip. You've revolutionized yourself these first several months of the year, and now you're ready for the return, okay? And then fourth quarter, we have caring connections. It's a 14, which yields down to a 5. Great changes there. And then we have the 9 of coins. Beautiful. Okay, so many of you are finishing up a cycle of being single. And in general, you have a harvest coming in that you have worked for. And this is caring connections. Now, caring connections can be family members. This can be people that you work with, your community members. So it's a huge year for new community, people that you love, people that you are learning to love. You're changing your style. By the end of this year, you're going to reap that harvest. The 9 of coins, or pentacles, diamonds, basically it talks about energy and currency. Part of that's finances. So this is saying that you're harvesting, okay? That what you have planted at the beginning of the year and beyond is now coming to fruition, and it's coming through caring connections, that softening of the edges, okay? And Blake just got the hiccups. And this is what, I think that's Jupiter in Virgo, yeah. So essentially, you know, this is you coming home to yourself in some way in the fourth quarter. This whole year you're learning and building the foundation of caring connections. You're building the foundation of the abundance that comes from being in love, being loving, loosening your grip, allowing the universe to be your teammate. A few weeks ago, I was journaling and speaking to some of my starseed guides, okay? And the word beneficiary came out. And they said, you are the beneficiary of everything you've created in this lifetime and your previous lifetimes. You don't have to wait until you're dead to receive it. Okay, and so that's what they're telling me now here with you, is that you're the beneficiary of your own creation, and it's softening. You're gaining that loving connections, and it's different than your usual mojo. For many of you Virgos, I feel like you have built walls around yourself, and so though you're excellent at what you do, I haven't felt like you've had people around you that you feel like they understand you and love you just for you in any area of your world. Okay, and now you're going to be coming into that this year. Beautiful year. So much good change. Let's get into love specifically. We'll pull cards for each quarter. And these are heart-shaped cards, so they're a little bit tricky to... Okay, do you want that? Okay. All right. So first quarter, we have passion. A magnetic and seductive quality surrounds you at present. Enjoy it. Okay. And this comes with the Four of Coins, which was originally in reversed. Okay. And community. You're going to be ignited in love. Your passions are going to be ignited. You're very magnetic at this first part of the year. You're building a new foundation. So get out there, Virgo. If you're single, get out there and enjoy. You know, if you're into dating, date. If not, go out where you can be seen because you're magnetic. So if you want a relationship, be where you can receive a relationship. Okay, so they're wanting you to get out of your house. They're wanting you to find community that feels good to you, whatever that looks like. It could be spiritual, fun, network type of thing for work. Doesn't matter, as long as it feels good to you, because you're going to be igniting your passion. Some of you, not for all of you, I feel like that also maybe that you have a little bit of a fling at the beginning, but I don't feel like that's who you'll be moving into romance with at the end of the year. But I feel like this is sort of like getting the dust off of you, Virgo, reigniting, realizing that you are passionate, worthy of love. That's a beautiful beginning. We have second quarter is embrace. Through each other, you find the missing pieces. Now, mind you, I don't feel like anyone is less than complete, but I do feel like there is a compatible someone coming in. Okay, and that's where you're at the crossroads here. Okay, you're wanting to embrace the new. You're building a new foundation. Archangel Michael also is a remover of obstacles. So I feel like you may be welcoming in somebody new. Those of you that are coupled, the first beginning of this year, the first 2 quarters, is really about embracing, bringing back the passion, and you have the options here. For some of you in love here, second quarter, I feel like some of you may have, because it's the root chakra and you have this 2 of Wands, that's a decision or crossroads. Some of you may be moving to be close to someone that you love, so there is a bit of revolution happening in that way. Some of you may be choosing, who have already started to couple, you may be choosing to move in with one another, and that may require like where there was long distance, because we've had Neptune and Pisces, so there's been sort of long distance relationships that have been popping up more often. So you may be choosing to move towards one another physically in the second quarter. All right, third quarter, we have romance. Cupid's arrow strikes. So where the singles at the beginning who just had a fling and have had some embracing, we're actually moving into romance, okay? You got door to romance, and the 6 of Wands. You both are recognizing it, okay? So you may start the relationship as a, meant to be a fling at the beginning of the years, and then third quarter, y'all are going to be in full-on romance, okay? That door is opening. You're recognizing one another. If you didn't pair up with somebody at that beginning of the year, this is where this door really opens. It's where it's where it's just open. You're just ready. You have built the foundation. You have built the love for yourself. You've revolutionized the way that you have been feeling, and you're moving into this romantic portion, and you're recognizing and having the victory. Okay, fourth quarter, we have healing. Imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. Feel your relationship being healed this very moment. Okay, with this caring connections in the 9 of coins, I feel like this is more so the culmination of your healing. I feel like that this particular relationship that's coming in for you, those that are single or those that their partnership is changing and going through an update, because I feel like any way it goes, whether you're single or partnered, you're going into an update of more love, more passion, more romance in your relationship. And this is showing me that the end of the year, this is the culmination of your healing. This is a very healing partnership. For those of you who have, I do feel like there may be some triggers, because this person that's coming in feels almost too good to be true, because you've been used to partnering with, you've been close, okay? Like I feel like close, but no cigar, okay? In your previous relationships, but this one things are going well, but it's triggering some old thought patterns because you're going through the revolution, because you may want to cope or use those old coping mechanisms, because they're going to be getting in really deep emotionally. This connection feels like it is the healing one. It's going to show you why it didn't work out with the others. It's going to show you why, you know, what you thought may have been a good choice even last year or at the beginning of the year, why it didn't take flight, okay? And this now is the opportunity to really have that healing. The other thing they're showing me is, as a couple, you all might be very gifted at healing others, because he's showing me his hands and sort of the angelic way, the light that comes through. So you guys as partners may be hands-on healers or be doing something to help other couples heal. Okay, so that's where that caring connections come in, and the culmination of it. I also feel like that this relationship, you may be called to help other singles through your example and your love together, to bring them together, because now is a time to have these higher level relationships come together, because that is appropriate for the light of the planet. So it's bigger than you, right? That's why they're saying let God in, allow that spirit to come through you. Okay, beautiful, Virgo. Looks really good. We're going to get 2 messages to close out, one from the Sacred Destiny Oracle, or I guess 2, and one from the Shaman's Dream Oracle. Looks really good, you guys. So it's like, let yourself be revolutionized. You guys are, I love Virgos. I love you guys so much. And I wish that you would see it. You know, you're a sister sign to me. I'm a Capricorn, you know, so it's like the earth signs. I can feel you, and you just have beautiful souls, but sometimes the edges are a little bit rough. And so it's like, now's the time where you get to release those rough edges. Okay. Beautiful. Okay, we have pleasure and adventure. Okay. Adventures. So this particular year, Virgo, Spirit's asking you to focus on pleasure and adventures. Allow yourself the pleasure of being alive. Take yourself on adventures. This is telling me that you may travel quite a bit this year. I mean, depending on what your views are on that, but that travel can be internal or external. Okay, and then we have Fortune's Wheel, luck and right timing. So you're moving into a time of luck and right timing. Okay, so this is like where things maybe didn't work before. Now you're having the right timing. Now you're having the new adventure. You're allowing yourself to enjoy the pleasure, and it's all coming from loosening your grip, allowing yourself to say, you know what, my higher self and source They're the ones in charge of making it happen. I'm in charge of dreaming, and so I'm going for it, okay? And I love this energy because I feel like you're like, you know what? I'm going for it. It's time for me to be happy. And yes, Virgo, it's time for you to be happy. And I'm stoked for you because this is beautiful. And you deserve the pleasure inside and out. You deserve to have your heart, mind, and body be embraced and loved and cherished. And now you're going to get that this year. So allow yourself to transform. This is a really beautiful energy. So thank you guys so much. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing. I'm going to complete it there. But the energy feels amazing this year. So have a happy and beautiful new year and a wonderful 2022. And until next time, aloha.